Hi guys, I'm your mentor Devanshu and I welcome you all to the economics and social issues session on EduTab. And guys, today's session is very important for you because today we are going to discuss the top PIB news from 7th to 11th of July 2021. So guys, before moving on to the session, if you are new to our YouTube channel, kindly subscribe it and press the bell icon to receive all the latest updates of the courses and videos offered by us. And you can also join our Telegram channel to get the access to the PDF of the lectures. To join the Telegram channel, kindly click on the link given in the description below. And guys, I'm glad to announce that we are running a big sale on our combo courses and we are giving you flat 35% off on the combo packages of RBI Grade B, NABARD Grade A and SEBI Grade A exam. And guys, this particular sale of 35% off is only valid till 18th of July 2021, and in order to avail these offers you are required to use the code of combo 35. So guys, don't miss this opportunity, go and reap this opportunity. So guys, we are also running a daily exam booster series in which we are running 3 series, that is the general awareness series, ESI current affairs series and a reports and indices series. So guys, now let's move on to the session. Let's get started. So guys, today's topic of the discussion are the Ministry of Cooperation, the India Industrial Land Bank and India COVID-19 Emergency Response and Health Systems Preparedness Package Phase 2. So guys, now let's move on to the very first topic of today's session, that is Ministry of Cooperation. So guys, recently the Government of India has introduced and has created a Union Ministry of Cooperation, which has been created to realize the vision of Sahkar Se Samriddhi, that means prosperity through cooperation. So guys, this particular area was earlier looked after by Ministry of Agriculture, but now this will be totally taken by the Ministry of Cooperation, and this ministry will be led by Amit Shah. And guys, if you talk about this Ministry of Cooperation, then guys, it is going to deepen the structure, it is going to deepen the cooperative structure in our country, as it is a people based movement reaching up to the grassroots level. And guys, this Ministry of Cooperation is also going to provide a separate policy framework, administrative as well as legal framework in order to strengthen the cooperative structure in our country. Apart from that, this Ministry of Cooperation is also going to streamline the processes for ease of doing business for cooperatives. And guys, it will also enable the development of multi-state cooperatives. So guys, multi-state cooperatives are those cooperatives which are in operation in more than one state, okay guys? So you are required to tell me, and it is the homework for you guys, that kindly tell me in the comment section below what are the laws which are governing these multi-state cooperatives. So guys, now to understand more about this Ministry of Cooperation, we must know that what are cooperatives. So guys, the cooperatives are those organizations which are formed by people at the grassroots level who are enthusiastic to reach towards a common goal. For example, if we talk about agriculture, then guys, in agriculture, several cooperative institutions are being made by pooling the resources from farmers. For example, we are having different cooperative institutions in agriculture sector, such as cooperative dairies, sugar mills and spinning mills. So guys, these are all the mills which are being created by pooling the resources from the farmers itself. So those farmers who wish to process their own produces, they just pool their resources in order to make these cooperative dairies, sugar mills and cooperative spinning mills. And guys, if you talk about the cooperative dairies, then in India there are around 1.94 lakh cooperative dairies. And if we talk about the cooperative sugar mills, then guys, there are around 330 cooperative sugar mills which are responsible for 35% of the total sugar production in our country. And guys, it is also present in the terms of banking and finance. In banking and finance, we are having the primary agriculture credit societies, the district central cooperative banks and the state cooperative banks. So guys, these organizations are formed by farmers itself, and guys, these farmers anticipates the demand of the village, and they put this demand in front of these district central cooperative banks. So guys, now we can see that these group of farmers who are the part of these primary agriculture credit societies are having more bargaining power in terms of credit flow when they are putting their demand in front of district central cooperative banks, as compared to an individual farmer who is pleading his case in any commercial bank. So guys, that's why these cooperatives are very very important from the exam point of view, and also for the development of our country. So guys, the very famous example of these cooperative societies are the Amul, which is a cooperative dairy society in India. And guys, now the question arises that what was the need of making this particular ministry? So guys, the reason behind that is that till now these cooperative societies have only left their mark in only handful of states. For example, they are Maharashtra, Karnataka, Gujarat. So guys, these are those states where these cooperative societies have left their mark, and in order to penetrate this cooperative structure in all other states as well, the Indian government has created the Ministry of Cooperation. And guys, after this Ministry of Cooperation, this will provide the required legal power and financial powers to these cooperative societies, and it will also help in penetrating the structure, the cooperative structure in our country. So that's why it is important for our country, and that's why the government of India has created the Ministry of Cooperation. So guys, I hope that this Ministry of Cooperation is very very much clear to all of you. Now let us move on to the next topic, that is India Industrial Land Bank. So guys, if we talk about the India Industrial Land Bank, guys, it was recently in the news because its website has seen a 30% increase in its page views since April 2021. Okay guys, so that was the part of current affairs. But when such kind of initiatives are in the current affairs, you are always required to know about what exactly these initiatives are, who have initiated these initiatives, and what are the different features of these initiatives. Because if we see the previous year questions, and if we see the RBI phase 1 exam of the 2020, then which was held in 2021, then guys, we can directly see that there was a question on iMobile app. And guys, the current affair part of this iMobile app was given clearly in the question. But the question was that students were required to see and tell that which one of these are not the feature of this iMobile app. So okay, that's why these initiatives are very very important, and that's why you are required to cover them holistically and comprehensively in order to answer the questions related to them in the exam very successfully. So guys, if we talk about the India Industrial Land Bank, then guys, it was developed by the Department for Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade, and guys, it is a GIS, that is a Geographic Information System based portal, which is a database of industrial areas and clusters. So guys, this particular portal comprises of all the industrial infrastructure related information, and guys, it also maps the industrial parks all over the country. And that's why guys, till now the India Industrial Land Bank has mapped 4,000 industrial parks in over 5.5 lakh hectares of land in India. And guys, this is the reason that it becomes a decision support system for all those prospective investors who are aiming to set up units in our country. And guys, apart from that, this particular portal is also integrated with the industry based GIS systems of 17 states. So guys, please mark star here, this particular point is very important. And guys, this portal is going to achieve 100% pan India integration by December 2021. So guys, this particular timeline is also very important from the exam point of view, and questions are always being asked on these lines only in the exam. So that's why we are providing you information on the same lines on which the questions are being asked in the exam. So So guys, I hope that this is very much clear to you that what exactly this India Industrial Land Bank is. So guys, it is a one-stop solution for all the prospective investors who are aiming to set up their units in our country. And guys, that's why it is very useful for these India Industrial Land Banks. So guys, now let's move ahead and see that what are the different kind of informations these India Industrial Land Bank provides. So guys, the India Industrial Land Banks, it provides the information on available land for the prospective investors who are aiming to set up units in our country, and it also provides the information about the existing external and internal infrastructure such as rail, road, air and port connectivity. And guys, it also gives the information about the availability of raw materials in different particular areas. And guys, apart from that, it also gives information about the plots, that is the vacant plots, that what are the vacant plots in different manufacture clusters, so that these prospective investors can purchase those land and can use these land in order to set up their units in our country. And guys, apart from that, this particular portal also provides us some other common facilities which are in and around these manufacturing clusters. And guys, this particular portal is also linked with the state GIS portal and state land banks. So guys, these points are very important from the exam point of view. These are all the things which are being provided by these India Industrial Land Banks. And guys, this portal is being supported by the Department of Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade and also Invest India, which is the National Investment Promotion and Facilitation Policy. And guys, it is also being supported by the National E-Governance Division, Digital India and Bhaskaracharya Institute of Space Application and Geoinformatics. So guys, I hope that this particular topic of India Industrial Land Bank is very much clear to all of you. So guys, from here, what you are required to remember? You are required to remember the key things which this particular portal provides, and you are also required to remember that who has developed this particular portal and what is the present number of states with which this portal has been integrated with the state's GIS portal, and the timeline, that is the December 2021. That is the December 2021 up to which that this portal will be integrated with all the integrated GIS systems of all the Indian states. So guys, that's how these were the key takeaways from this particular India Industrial Land Bank portal, and I hope that this is very much clear to all of you. Now let us move on to the next topic of today's session, that is the India COVID-19 Emergency Response and Health Systems Preparedness Package Phase 2. So guys, recently the Union Cabinet chaired by the Prime Minister Narendra Modi have approved the scheme of India COVID-19 Emergency Response and Health Systems Preparedness Package Phase 2. And guys, the aim of this package is to accelerate the health system preparedness, so that when any health emergency situation arises in our country, all these health systems immediately responds for the early prevention, detection and management, with the focus on health infrastructure development, including the pediatric care, and with the measurable outcomes. And guys, this particular package amounts for rupees 23,123 crores. So guys, this particular figure is very important from the exam point of view. And guys, it has a share of both central and state share. And guys, if you talk about the central share, then guys, the central share will be of 15,000 crore and the state share will be 8,123 crore. So guys, here is the distribution among the central and state governments for which this particular package is going to be used. And guys, apart from that, the implementation of this package is also very important from the exam point of view. So guys, when we talk about the implementation, then guys, this particular package, which amounts for rupees 23,123 crore, it will be implemented for a time period of from 1st July 2021 to 31st of March 2022. That means for the next 9 months, this package will accelerate the health system preparedness for immediate responsiveness for the early prevention, detection and management. So guys, I hope that this is very much clear. And guys, as this is the phase 2 of this particular package, now what was the phase 1 of this package? So guys, in March 2020, in March 2020, when India was suffering from the very first wave of the COVID-19 pandemic, Prime Minister of India has announced this central sector component of 15,000 crore of the India COVID-19 emergency response and health system preparedness package in order to provide impetus to the initiatives which were taken by Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. So guys, in that period also this particular package was announced, and now once again, so that as we all know that the healthcare system of India was really in shock during the COVID-19 second wave. So that these health systems now are prepared at much higher level, this particular package has been announced by the government of India. So guys, this particular package has also some two components, that is the central sector component and the centrally sponsored scheme component. So guys, if we talk about the central sector government, then guys, this particular package is going to support the central hospitals, AIIMS and other healthcare systems which are and other institutions of the national importance under the Department of Health and Family Welfare, and also it will also going to support some new AIIMS as well. And guys, it is also going to strengthen the National Center for Disease Control so that it will really respond very impactfully and effectively during the emergency healthcare situation in our country. Apart from that guys, this particular package is also going to help the hospitals in implementing the hospital management information system in all the district hospitals of the country. And guys, all these hospitals are going to adopt the NIC developed e-hospital system as well as the CDEC developed e-Sushruth softwares. So guys, now it is a homework for all of you that you are going to tell me in the comment section below that what exactly is this e-hospital and social software as well as the e-Sanjeevani, which is also going to expand the national architecture of e-Sanjeevani teleconsultation platform. As guys, right now these teleconsultations per day number is only 50,000, and guys, by adopting this e-Sanjeevani, this number is going to increase by up to 5 lakhs. So guys, this is what this particular package aims to. So guys, that's why this particular package is very important right now for the Indian healthcare system. And guys, apart from that, this particular system is also having the component of centrally sponsored schemes. And guys, if we talk about the component of centrally sponsored schemes, then guys, this particular component is going to create the pediatric units in all the 736 districts of our country. And guys, apart from that, it is also going to augment 20,000 ICU beds in the public healthcare system, in which the 20% of the ICU beds will be for pediatric units only. And guys, apart from that, it is also going to install 1050 liquid medical oxygen storage tanks with a medical gas pipeline system so that they can engage 1 unit per district. Okay guys, and guys, it is also going to increase the number of ambulances. It is also going to increase the fleet of ambulances by adding 8800 ambulances in the Indian healthcare system. So guys, that was all from this particular news of the response package, which is going to impact very positively the healthcare system of our country, and it is very important for the healthcare system of our country. So guys, these were the 3 news which we were going to discuss in today's session. Now let us move on to the small MCQ series, with the help of which we will see that whether you have gathered all the key takeaways from these 3 news which are being discussed in today's session or not, because in the exam you are required to answer the questions. You are required to answer the questions in the multiple choice questions form only. So guys, that's why we are having this small MCQ series. And guys, the very first question of this series is in front of you. So the first question is, recently July 2021, the India Industrial Land Bank website has recorded a 30% increase in the page views each month since April 2021. Okay, so we have discussed this particular information in our session. And guys, this IILB is a GIS based portal which is a one-stop repository of industrial infrastructure related information, connectivity and some other services as well. So guys, now the what exactly the question is that the question asks that IILB has been developed by. So guys, it is asking us that which organization has developed this India Industrial Land Bank, and guys the options are here before you, and guys kindly answer the question in the comment section below. Guys, the options are the Department for Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade, ISRO, Indian Institute of Science Bangalore, Niti Aayog and DRDO. So guys, as per our discussion in today's session, the right answer to this particular question is option A, that is the Department for Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade. So guys, I hope that this is very much clear, and guys on these lines only the questions are going to be asked from these topics in the exam, and that's why we are telling you all these informations on the same lines only, so that you will ace in the exam very successfully. So guys, now let's move on to the second question of the today's session, and it is here on your screen. So guys, the second question is, recently a separate Ministry of Dash has been created by the Government of India for realizing the vision of Sahkar Se Samriddhi. The ministry will be headed by. So guys, there are two fill in the blanks in this particular question, and you are going to answer me in the comment section below that what should be the right fillings for these two fill in the blanks. And guys, the options are sustainability and Narendra Tomar, cryptocurrency Anurag Thakur, competition Harshvardhan, cooperation Amit Shah and cleanliness Rajnath Singh. And guys, as per our discussion, the right answer to this particular question is option D, that is cooperation and Amit Shah. That is, the Government of India has created the Ministry of Cooperation, which is being led by Amit Shah. So guys, I hope that this is very much clear to all of you. Now let's move on to the third question of today's session. And guys, the third question is regarding the India COVID-19 Emergency Response and Health System Preparedness Package Phase 2. And guys, you are required to tell me that which of the following statement is not correct. So guys, please read the question carefully. It is asking about the statement which is not correct as per the above mentioned package. That means the India COVID-19 Emergency Response and Health System Preparedness Package Phase 2. And guys, here the 5 statements are given below, and you are required to tell me that which of the following statements is not correct. So guys, here the first statement tells us about that the package amounts to rupees 23,123 crore for the fiscal year 2021 to 2022. In which the central share will be 15,000 crore and the state share will be 8,123 crore. And guys, as per the above package, this particular information is correct. Now let's move on to the next statement. And guys, next statement says it would be implemented from 1st July 2021 to 31st March 2022, which is once again correct. If we move on to the third statement, then guys, it says that it aims to accelerate the health system preparedness for immediate responsiveness for early prevention and detection and management. And guys, once again, this particular information is correct. And guys, if we talk about the option D, the statement number D, that is the phase 2 of the package, has two components, that is central sector and centrally sponsored scheme components. Then guys, once again, this particular information is also correct. So guys, now the only right answer to this particular question is that all of the above statements are correct from this particular package. So guys, the right answer to this question is option E, that is all of the above are correct. So guys, this was the last question from today's session. And guys, on these lines only the questions are going to be asked in the exam, and that's why you all are required to cover all these news in these lines only. So guys, I hope that today's session was useful and fruitful to you. And now let's move ahead and see that who were the revision masters from the previous session. And guys, Abhishek Patra, congratulations to you, Abhishek Patra. He was the only lone warrior of the yesterday's session, of the last session. And guys, he's only the revision master of the last session. So guys, now I hope that today's session was useful and fruitful to all of you. Guys, we all know that NABARD has recently launched the notification. So guys, please please start preparing very seriously from now, because next 50 days or next 2 months are really going to be very useful for you. So please prepare dedicatedly and with the full concentration. And guys, if you have face any query in this today's session, or you have any query regarding the exam, then you can drop us a mail at hello@edutap.co.in, and you can also call us at 814-620-7241. So guys, if you have liked the session, kindly comment a thumbs up in the comment section below and also like the session. And guys, in order to join our courses offered by EduTap, then guys, you can join our courses by seeing the courses at www.edutap.co.in. So guys, now I will be meeting you in the next session. Till then, stay happy, stay healthy. Wish you all happy learning.